Hello everyone. Today I have Eckhart talking about again in a deeper sense of about what is your real I would not even say purpose, but what is it that is meant to be done by you in this lifetime. And it helps you to find the job that is really fulfilling. So try to soak the depth of the words from Eckhart into you, and then from there start that work of finding what it is, what kind of job you want to look for. If you are at that stage or point where you really feel you are not in the right place and you're not joyful with what you're doing in that job that you're having, or if you are not working yet, or if you are like having a break of work and you already said, okay, I'm out. Like I had, as I was 34, I had to leave my work. I had to just stop it and look for another thing, another way of doing, living, having another complete different I don't want to say job, I want to say activity that I can do, that I can express myself so much more, that I can express the skills and the what else is inside of me, not just the few things that I've done for many years. And there was something pulling to, you can use both words. It was pushing and it was pulling. And telling me, okay, you want to express more than just this. You want to do more, you want to be more, you want to be something else. And so that's why I really prepared this wonderful talk for you, or not prepared, I found that talk and prepared that video for you. So enjoy listening, and in the end, let's see what else words I can add to this wonderful talk. And as usual, grab yourself a cup of tea or a warm water. Warm water is very good for your body. It doesn't stress your body by having to heat it up. It's very, very relaxing. A cup of warm water as well. And then just relax and listen and enjoy.
Once you become aware, do you have to have a plan of where you are going? Or do you leave that up to the universe to bring that to you, for you then to make the choice? That's many people have been asking that question. Do you have a plan to where you are going, or does that just happen when you are in touch with the creative power within you? Either way may be the case. For some people, something just spontaneously and organically grows, and before they know it, they are engaged in some inspired and empowered activity It may start very small and they may not even know that how it's going to grow and develop. It's just the consciousness takes over and they didn't plan it. A musician who just loves playing this instrument, and then he just is at a street corner playing his instrument, and then somebody comes and says, "Oh, this is great, why don't you come to a studio?" And it can develop from there without him having had any plan, just enjoying the doing. For others, something may come to them suddenly, an image of something that wants to be, I put it that way, I say that wants to be created. It's not so much I want to create this. When something comes to you from a deeper level, it feels more like that this wants to be created. So it comes, an image or a thought even comes to you, and then you suddenly know what it is that wants to be created through you. And then one could say that you have a plan. But the plan is very different from the plans that the ego had when you were still trapped in ego structures, because whatever plan the ego has is very limited by its needs. The ego really seeks itself. Through its plans, it seeks an enhancement of itself. So those are the plans that the ego creates, and they are flawed, deeply flawed. And whatever action you take in order to carry out the ego's plans is also going to be deeply flawed, and will bring about a lot of heartache and problems, and creates problems more and more for yourself and others. And it's hard, it's a struggle. That's always a sign that there's the ego somewhere. You're struggling. I'm not talking about intensity. Things that plans. So you have ego plans. They are really. There's always a hidden self-seeking in whatever the plan might be. The ego, when it comes through the ego, it's a hidden form of self-seeking. But the plans that I'm talking about here come from a deeper level within yourself. That's why I usually say not that you want to create this or that, but it wants to be created through you. And so there is the deeper, the unconditioned wants to create form through you, because it loves the creation of form. How do I know that? Well, just look around and you see that the universe loves to create multiplicity, an incredible multiplicity of life forms everywhere throughout the cosmos. Just planet Earth alone, just look at the billions of life forms. So obviously the universe enjoys the creation of form, and it has some purpose that we cannot conceptually, rationally, intellectually fully understand, although we can have an inkling of why. But we cannot fully understand what the ultimate purpose of the creation of forms is. Yes, we have an inkling, I sometimes talk of it. But one thing is certain, the universe enjoys that. Consciousness enjoys the play of form. And it can happen through you. And it's deeply enjoyable. So something may come to you then, and then you can say, oh, I have a plan, and it'll be inspired, and there's no self-seeking in it. In other words, you're not looking to whatever it is that wants to be created through you. You're not looking to it for happiness or self-enhancement or fame or wealth. that those things may come. You may get fame, you may get wealth, you may get those things as byproducts, but that's not the reason why this creation happens through you. There is no self-seeking, and yet whatever the ego would have sought for itself may come to you as the adding on, as Jesus puts it. Things may be added on. If there's an enormous energy output from you into the world, it's not yours, of course, there's no personal energy, it will be a misperception. But if you become a channel for that universal energy, then of course things will come back to you, even usually also in material forms. So there will be, if there's an enormous outflow, an enormous giving, not yours, but as a channel, things will come back to you, because if you give out to the universe gives back. So you may enjoy wealth, but it would be just an adding on to, or you might give part of it or away, or all of it, whatever it is that you feel is right for you. Just so you can, to summarize, for some there's just a spontaneous evolution of the creative impulse into the external, and it happens through them without any prior plan. For others, something arises in their minds and say, yes, this is what I need to do. This is what wants to come into being through me. I feel that very strongly. And then you take action, and important is not be aware of the energy field behind the action that you take, so that you don't lose the presence, because the ego, even there, can still take over. If any action you take in order to achieve something, if stress and negativity come in, when you find obstacles, because there's always some obstacle that you encounter when you begin to create something new, there will be some obstacles. There will also be enormous help coming. Not necessarily immediately, perhaps immediately, but at some point you will notice an influx of supportive energy. But you may also encounter obstacles in the form of people who don't want you to create something new. People who are so stuck in their mind patterns, they resist anything new. So that's a very common thing. Or obstacle in some other form. So if you encounter an obstacle and there's negativity or attack, you're attacking, then you're quickly losing power. The ego is attempting to take over. So whenever you are trying hard or struggling or stress arises, stress is another indicator that you are no longer fully aligned with the power within. Then you become stressed, upset, anxious, complaining, attacking somebody. You're losing power quickly. So that's a good indicator whenever you engage in creative action, manifesting this or that. Is stress arising? I'm not saying that there is not going to be an intense energy behind when you're engaged in creative activity. There is intense energy behind it, which from an external viewpoint can sometimes be misinterpreted almost as stress, but it's not stress at all. It's just intensity of energy behind creation. It is but it's joyful. It's intense but joyful, and you can feel that intensity when you're in the midst of some creation happening through you. Enormous intensity of energy, and that's but very different from stress. Stress is always it's not flowing, but this intensity is flowing, and it deals with the intensity deals with obstacles in a very different way from the ego. The intensity can sweep away obstacles, or it can transform obstacles into something helpful. Even humans, it doesn't attack. Another thing to be, yes, you find obstacles when you create something, but as I just mentioned, also you encounter the phenomenon of being supported. If your creation is aligned with what the universe wants, then it becomes enormously empowered. It's like riding on a huge wave. Somebody wrote a poem or something about it. Was it Shakespeare? It starts with, "There is a tide in the affairs of men," and I can't remember the rest. But so if you catch that tide, which is the tide of something wanting to be created through you, and that movement, and then you're riding on this enormous wave. And at some point the creation then happens, and so then that wave comes to an end, and then there may be a time period when there's more of a withdrawal before new creation happens. So that varies from person to person. It's exciting, it's wonderful to be part of that, because it's something, an entirely new way of being coming to this planet.
Yes, thank you very, very much, Eckhart, for this wonderful way of reaching, of approaching the thing in us that keeps us, or let us come into a flow status. You know all of you the word flow, to come into the flow, and that's what really Eckhart is talking about. The flow existence, to exist in a way of flow. And this way of flow, I want to really add, that can happen in anything you are doing. In anything. Even in the thing that you might have thought it's not joyful, it's not joyful for you. And it's really crazy, interesting, and even in your job you're having, you can come into a flow state and enjoy what you're doing. You can reach a point in where you're a status in where you can love to write an email, love to call a colleague to talk about, to whatever, discuss a job topic, but in a different way. You can experience your work in a different mood, in a different state that creates this flow. This flow experience. And I know that because I had the same thing. And the only thing you can reach that, from my perspective, if you come into a state where you feel your complete power, where you feel a huge gratefulness and it's not a gratefulness, it's rather a realization of the wonderful, strong power of capabilities, skills that you have inside of you. It's a kind of getting excited about, oh my goodness, what else could I do? What else can I do? How good could I be? How good can I be? Wow, I get curious about it. Oh, I wanna try out my human being. How good could I get? And you can only start that if you are already at the point of not liking what you're doing. Start it with little things. With little things. So I explained to you, for example, go ahead in the morning when you get up. First of all, laying in bed already, close your eyes again and think of how you want to feel today. What is it you want to feel today? And I don't say what to do, what to feel. It's really important to set yourself saying how you want to feel. Do you want to feel, for example? And you can every day use a little bit of a different feeling. Like one day, joy, complete joy. I want to just feel joy, or I want to just have fun. I want to make fun today, or I want to, or even I don't want, it's a not good expression. I want to explain to you this. If you're saying I don't want to, the universe doesn't understand because the focus is on the words, on the activity. And if you say I don't want to lose my job, then you focus with your thoughts onto this phrase of losing your job. The little word not is so small, and you can even look at it that way. It is so small that the whole sentence, I lose job, is a lot longer, is a lot more powerful than the little word not. It has no power. Power has a positive formulation because it's longer. It's really without any negotiation inside, and it has the 100% power. So please try to always, if you say something, and also if you talk, substitute the sentences where you use the word not or don't. Don't, not, it's all. Try to do that as an exercise and see what happens. It's really incredible, magical. Okay, there we go. So in the morning, you decide to, I want to feel like I can go through the day without saying a lot of words. You can even set yourself, if you feel in the morning, okay, I'm quite tired today, I need some relaxation, then set yourself preparing that people can let you just be without coming a lot during the day and wanting this or that or whatever. You can really set and send out this wish. It's like sending out a wish. And or you can say send out an order. It's like an order. Okay, today I want this. You can even scan yourself, really, how you already feel and how you would like to feel with this combined. You can, And then when you get up, already start doing things very consciously. And how can you do that? You can do everything you're doing then watching you. Take your eyes, look at your hands, how they move, how they take the toothbrush, how you wash your face. Look at your hands. Watch your own hands while they are doing the automated things in the morning when you go to the bathroom, for example. And then take things, try to look what you could do differently. Like if you are a right-handed person or a left-handed person, then try to do in the morning everything with the other side, with the other hand. This will help you to become aware of what you're doing, to become more into that present moment. Come into the present moment, to be more conscious, aware of what you're doing. So, and that is where you realize, wow, how good you are capable of doing this or that, even the smallest activity. Because if I say that, try to look at, remember people who are disabled or whatever, or maybe you remember a moment in your life where you were laying in the hospital or wherever and were not able to do anything. Maybe you were knocked out, maybe you were dehydrated like I was, or I don't know what, maybe something happened to you where you were completely out of energy. And if you think about that time and then you realize how you are now and what you are capable of doing and how wonderful that is, then you can connect to your flow state, because then it starts, oh wow, you're starting to surf on that human being activities, and you get better. You really become like, oh, cool, how I can do that. Maybe I can do it even more better, even better. And then you exercise this left hand toothbrushing, for example, every morning, and watch yourself. Yeah. And of course, what I always recommend is doing in the morning the shower, warm shower, and then a complete cold shower. This brings you so much into the present moment. It is so wonderful. And not just do it shortly, do it really for like 30 seconds. Taking that shower all over your body for 30 seconds minimum. And try to extend that every morning a little bit more, maybe, or every week a little bit longer. And then during the day, watch yourself. Always reconnect to what you have sent out to be feeling today. Connect to it, think about it, remember it. And then look, and then ask that question during the day when you are at work. Okay, how can I feel joyful, or whatever you have decided to feel like? What could I do? Tell me. Really, it's like doing a self-talk to get some impulses from yourself. And they will come. There will be really exciting, funny ideas produced by your own brain. And that's a huge, wonderful gift. The fun thing that you will then experience and become curious about. Oh, what else am I producing for ideas? Yeah. And this is how it starts. You see, it's very little how it starts, but every big thing, every big change starts with something small. I mean, of course, you could also have a very serious thing or a huge thing happening from the outside that makes you change also very fast, like right away. Yes, this is possible too, but don't wait for such a moment. You can start already now with this way. Because even all the other people that had big happenings in their life that made them change, they needed, after this big thing, also they needed time to really change. Because in the beginning, yes, they might have had a big impact and they might have changed right away, but after some time, becoming still your old self that is still inside of you, it came back step by step, and you had to find a way of training yourself out. And this is what you can do already now without having this huge thing happening. You have to train yourself into a new consciousness, awareness of your life, of your whole life, of everything that you're doing. It's like those Buddhas saying, if you want to really be joyful and fulfilled, go up that mountain, go down, and then go up again. Go up and down, go up and down. Continue doing these things. Yeah, and now I want to really wish you a wonderful weekday, afternoon, evening, morning, all there is, and make you remember who you really, really are. The lottery win of your own life, and for all others too. And yes, if you would like to have a wonderful gift, which is a coaching session with me, where we go deeper into your own individual living path, come, feel free, and we will work on that in this wonderful coaching session. So look me up on Facebook or Instagram with Juliana Apple, JA Coaching. And if you found me, write me a message and we make an appointment with a video call. And then you will be really having a push forward to whatever wants to be pushed forward at the moment. Okay? Yeah, that's about all that you need to know today.